Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is that place where I share with you the information and the inspiration that you need to overcome adversity. So thank you so much for joining me today. I've been speaking on how we can rebuild our life after a failed or toxic relationship. And today I want to speak specifically on rebuilding trust. Many times when we have been betrayed, the most vital thing that has been destroyed is trust. And when trust is lost, there's usually no relationship. But the side effect is that when trust is lost in a particular relationship, many times the parties will still carry that ability not to trust people again into other areas of their life. But if we must rebuild our life after a failed or toxic relationship, then there's a need for us to learn to trust again. Remember, I think about 2 weeks ago when I was speaking on don't let a life experience become a lifetime experience. I say we do that when we shield ourselves, we build a wall around ourselves because we don't want to be hurt again. But you realize that for you to trust again, you are going to be vulnerable. You are going to expose yourself to hurt. But the most important thing you need to realize is that not everybody out there is bad. Not everybody out there is trying to take advantage of you. Not everybody out there is not trustworthy. There are many people out there that are trustworthy. And like I was saying when I talk about don't make a life experience a lifetime experience, I say when we make a life experience a lifetime experience, we are not able to get all that life has to offer. And that is why there is a need for us to trust again. We need to be able to trust again because there's no way we can build a solid relationship with anybody. And when I'm talking about relationship here now, it's not even just about romantic relationship alone or marital relationship, but it's about the business relationships that you will build, the friendships that you will build. Because, like I said, when trust is affected in one area, it becomes difficult for us to trust other people in other areas. But if we must rebuild our life after a failed or toxic relationship, there is need to learn how to trust again. And I want to share with you some of the ways that we can learn to trust again. So to trust again after a failed or toxic relationship, number one, you need to make a decision and a commitment to trust. To trust again, you need to make that decision because the temptation to draw back, to be suspicious, not to let down your guard is there. But when you make that decision and you make the commitment that I'm going to be willing to let down my guard again, I'm going to be willing to trust again, that is the starting point. And then secondly, the first person you need to learn to trust is yourself. You need to learn to trust yourself. Many times when we make mistakes, we are very hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves down. We tell ourselves, how can I be so stupid? Why didn't I see this coming? And that makes us not to trust ourselves. So when you are rebuilding your life, remember last week I was telling you about taking control, taking responsibility. You need to learn to trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Reconnect with yourself. Honor your instincts. Believe in your worth. You are the first person that you need to trust. Tell yourself, I am trustworthy. I am honorable. I honor my instincts. I believe in myself. I know that I have the ability to make the right decisions. I trust my intuition. So talk to yourself and learn to trust yourself. The next thing you do after that is that you start small. You don't meet after you have reestablished the trust in yourself, or after you are rebuilding the trust in yourself. You can now say, okay, I want to begin to trust other people. And in trusting other people, you need to start small. You need to test the waters, like they will say. You don't see somebody and then you just let down all your guard and put all your whole trust, and you find yourself disappointed. When you give somebody a little bit of trust and they live to be trustworthy, you can increase the doses of trust gradually. And in learning to trust again, you also need to set boundaries. You have some boundaries that you have set for yourself. And of course, when you are relating with people, you communicate what your boundaries are so that you can protect your emotional and your mental well-being. Of course, one of the ways that trust is fostered is when the people you have communicated your boundaries to respect those boundaries. When you are relating with somebody and you have communicated what your boundaries are, and they seem not to be honoring those boundaries, then it's just an indication that that is not a person you want to build trust or you want to invest trust in. So set your boundaries and watch how people honor or dishonor those boundaries. And then the next thing I would like you to do is to observe actions. Be more particular about what people do than what people say. Like they will say, words are cheap. Anybody can say anything. So when you begin to observe people's action and the consistency of their actions, will help you to gauge their trustworthiness. Anybody can say anything, but do they keep to their words? So observe action in trying to trust again. Because of course, if somebody is always saying something and they're not keeping to it, it shows that that person is not trustworthy. Because one of the things that destroy trust the most in relationship is when we don't honor our words. So observe action, and the people that are worthy of your trust are the people that honor their words. Somebody's word should be a bound to that person. That is what the Holy Bible will say. You know people of integrity by their action, by how much their words are binding. That when they say something, even if it's to their own inconvenience, they still go out and carry out those things. Those are the kind of people that are worthy of your trust. And of course, having experienced a failed or toxic relationship, you should be able to recognize patterns. So be able to recognize red flags and patterns that leads to abuse or patterns of abuse. And it's also okay to have some trusted friends, like close friends or family members, that you can seek their opinion. Because in as much as you are trying to rebuild trust, sometimes you just need a second opinion just to confirm your instinct. For instance, you're trying to rebuild trust in somebody, or you're trying to build trust in somebody, and your instinct is telling you certain things. There's nothing wrong with asking a family member, what do you think of this person? Do you think you can trust this person? That reminds me of a conversation I was having with my daughter yesterday. We're doing a devotion, and we're talking about who can I trust, and we're asking ourselves, who do you trust, and all that. So it's good to seek feedback from people around you, your loved ones, the ones that you really know, the ones that know you very well, and the ones that also know these people that you're trying to build trust with. And as you are rebuilding this trust, the more your trusted people confirm your instinct, the more you also begin to gain more confidence and trust in yourself and in your instinct, because you know that yes, when I sense this, then I am right, and that will help you to regain trust. And the next thing I want you to do when you are rebuilding trust is that be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Sometimes you see yourself maybe wanting to making some progress, and it looks like, oh, maybe the fear is coming in and you are drawing back. Be kind to yourself, encourage yourself, be patient with yourself. Don't give up if you think you are not making progress, because you actually are. If you follow all the steps I've mentioned so far, you are making progress. So just keep at it. And finally, I want you to celebrate small wins. Celebrate small wins. When you find that, oh, there's somebody I can trust now. I've been able to build a relationship with a friend, and I can trust that friend. Celebrate it, because it means that you are growing, you are building trust again, and you are making great progress. So celebrate those small wins. Celebrate those little steps that you are taking, because at the end of the day, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So any little progress that you are making, don't forget to celebrate yourself and celebrate those steps. So thank you. That is all I have for you for today. Thank you for joining me on this. And actually want to say a word of prayer over anyone that is trying to rebuild their life after a failed relationship. My prayer for you is that God will strengthen you. God will encourage your heart. You will not give up in the name of Jesus. The bad life experience you have had will not become a lifetime experience. God will make up to you whatever you have lost. He's a God of restoration. He will help you. And I want to encourage you. Please forgive. Please let go of whatever has not worked in your life. Because the Bible makes us to understand that if we hold unforgiveness, God will not hear our prayers. So, in as much as it may be difficult for you, I pray that God will give you the grace to forgive and let go. And let God himself recompense you, even as you take responsibility for your life and you take those steps to rebuild your life again. And I want you to share your testimonies with me. If you are taking these steps and you see it working, I want to know how it's working for you. I want to know your wins. I'm here to celebrate with you as you achieve those wins. So thank you for joining me today. And if this video has blessed you, please hit that subscribe button now if you have not already done so. And share it with somebody so that they also can hear and be blessed. So thank you, and I'll see you again next week for another session. God bless you. I love you.